Welcome to Krazy Cam's DFS podcast. Yes, I am back. I know it has been a long time, and it is not going to be the same thing as what I did before. This is strictly FanDuel DFS start sits locks of the week for your running back, your wide receivers, your dart throws for tournament, your running backs, wide receivers, and we're going to go down matchup by matchup. Okay, starting with the Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Jets. Jets are at home. The over-under on that game is 44.5. Okay, you are starting Lamar Jackson. He's 8,500. That's not too much where you're breaking the bank for him. You start him. You have Bateman, which is a great start in this one, I believe. Let me see how much he is actually. He is 6,100 for Bateman, so you're going to start him, okay? Andrews obviously is a great start. He's 7,900 for a tight end. I'm not that type of guy who like to play the big name tight ends because to me they cost too much, and I feel like you can get some streaming tight ends for a lot cheaper. That is your prerogative. You can do whatever you want with that. You know, I have a few lineups where I have Lamar Jackson and Andrews in it, and I like my lineup. I probably won't own him, and I probably own him maybe in 30%, maybe even less than that. I just like the other tight ends. They're a lot cheaper. I feel like if they get in the end zone, I'm set. I'm good. That's where I can play up for the big guys, the big names. I'll tell you right now, moving on from that, I am sitting J.K. Dobbins. I don't like the injury. I'm taking a wait and see approach on that one. You see a week ago, he's got a video of him limping. I don't like that. I hate it. I'm not going to play him. I know it's a dream matchup, but nah, I'm staying away from that. And on the Jets side of things, I do like Elijah Moore, and I do like Garrett Wilson for a dart throw. We'll get later to that when I explain everything. They're cheaper. I believe Elijah Moore is 6,000. I could be wrong. And Garrett Wilson's even lower than that. I think around 5,300. Tyler Conklin is actually a good one. I think he's actually 52. Let me actually see where he's at. Speaking of tight ends. Excuse me. Oh, he's 5,000. So he's just straight up 5,000, and that's really good for somebody that you can want to stream a tight end. He's one of my stream tight ends. There are other ones we're going to get into, but I think he's actually a good play. I know people are like, oh, well, Marlon Humphreys. Dude, you saw last year he can be beat. Just ask Jamar Chase that. He'll probably laugh at that. But when Marlon Humphreys is on, he's great. But when he's off, he's really bad. So I'm not too scared of that. And who is he going to be on? Is he going to be on Elijah Moore the whole game? Is he going to be on Garrett Wilson? Or is he going to flip-flop? I don't know. I think this game, with a 44.5, I think he can go slightly over that. So I like those plays. I'm not starting Breece Hall. I would actually be more inclined to play Michael Carter in a tournament. Those are the big ones where there's by the way, the tournament is like the 10,000 people in it, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Not the 1 to 100 type deals. So I'm not starting Breece Hall. It's going to be a full-blown committee starting this. So I'm sitting them. But like I said, my card could be a dart throw for you. I think that's pretty much it for that matchup. We're going to go to Cleveland and Carolina, 41.5. That's low. I think that's one of the lowest this week, and I don't like those. So not many people I'm going to start here. CMC, I believe he's 9,500. You're starting him. If you have, don't question yourself. You can start him. Obviously he's matchup proof. He's playing the Browns, so Baker Mayfield is, he's going to want to win this one. They're going to go through CMC to do that. DJ Moore. I am not starting DJ Moore. Denzel Ward allowed only 4 touchdowns last year and less than 400 yards. Not doing it. So I'm not playing Robbie Anderson. I'm not doing it. Yeah, basically CMC is really the only one. Baker Mayfield not doing it at all. Yeah, we're moving on from that. I'm going to go to the Browns side of things. Nick Chubb, that's your provocative, whatever you want to do with that. I'm leaning towards sitting. I don't know. They got Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback, and they're just going to stack the box. I don't think he has enough opportunity because I think they actually go down on this one. That's just my opinion. Do I think the Browns can win because of their defense? Sure. I think they can do it. I think that's a good. Actually, their defense is a good play this week, and the Panthers' defense might actually be a decent play this week because of Jacoby Brissett. I just don't like Nick Chubb. But like I said, you can play him. He could go off. It's Nick Chubb. So it's up to you on that one. Kareem Hunt is a sneaky play. I like that. Like I said, I think they could be down a bit. He's going to come in. He's going to take those pass catchings, out of the backfield. He's going to get those PPR points. He's a sneaky play. If you want to hit that for tournament, let me see how much he is. Not 100% on that. He's 63. Yeah, I mean, I like people even less than him. So, yeah, I'm actually talking myself out of just a full-blown. Nah. I'm switching it up. Kareem Hunt is a sit. I'm sitting Kareem Hunt this week. I think that's basically it. David Njoku, if you want. I'm not sure how much he is. Let me see. He's 5,000 as well. You could play him. That's definitely a tournament play. I would not play him in your 1 to 100s. I wouldn't play him in your 5-man league. I wouldn't play him in anything like that. I wouldn't do that. So that's a viewer's choice on that one. I like the other options at 5,000. We just talked about Tyler Conklin. I would rather take him. And you also have Cole Kmet. We'll get to that in a little bit against San Francisco. Yeah, Amari Cooper sitting. Yeah, this is a matchup I'm pretty much staying away from. I'm gonna have CMC in some stuff, but pretty much staying away from this. Indy versus Houston. Houston's at home, it doesn't matter. It's a 46 over-under. Jonathan Taylor is 10,200. If you have a chance to play him, sure. He's going to go off. He's going to get that. He might go, 150, 2 touchdowns. We don't know. But I have him over 100 yards. I have him getting a touchdown. He's just 10,200. So I have him in less than you would think. He's the highest player out of everybody. And that's including quarterbacks. Usually it's the running back is the highest, but nah, I can't play him in everything because he just costs too much. But yes, he's going to go off. Michael Pittman's a good play. I believe he is 7,000. If I'm not mistaken, he is 7,200. So he's 7,200. He's a good play. My problem with this is if Indy goes up by a good amount, which I can see happening, if Pittman wasn't on the good end of that, the start of that, it could be 21-0. We don't even know. If he's didn't get any of those, he's going to have a bad day because they're going to just keep running the ball. They may just pull their starters. By the end of the third quarter, if it's just out of hand, you know, they'll probably be sitting and giving Nyheim Hines more stuff. They'll give, you know, their other wide receivers more looks. And to me, he's in some, but just beware that if they get too ahead of this could be bad. So kind of teeter your expectations on that. Matt Ryan is a sneaky play. You could play him. I just really think this is Jonathan Taylor show all day, like pretty much until he gets pulled. Yeah. So you could play him in a tournament standpoint. He's pretty cheap. Davis Mills, not touching him. Brandon Cooks, sneaky play. I think he's too much for me, though. I think I like the people around him more. He's 66. I'm looking right at it where, I mean, you got other people. You have Michael Thomas against Atlanta. You got Bateman at 6,000. And you got Christian Kirk at 58. I'm probably not playing Cooks in anything. So for me, he's off my list. He's a sit for me. Dameon Pierce is 5,400. This could be a sneaky play. If we don't know his role yet, we don't know if Burkhead's going to be on third down every single time. If Dameon Pierce gets that 1-2, you know, that first down, that second down roll, and he starts like picking up some speed, if he gets like a goal line touchdown, and then let's say, God forbid, he gets 4 targets, 4 catches, this could be a sneaky play, and he's 54. You play someone like that, which means you can play the guy, Jonathan Taylor, at 10-2. I have Dameon Pierce in a lot of tournaments, I should say. I have him in probably about 40%, 35% in like the 1-to-100s, the 100 people leagues. I have him in that too, but he is a sneaky play for me. Nico Collins is another sleeper that I would watch out for. They're going to be down, so they're going to throw the ball. I just think that Cooks gets shut down on this one, so they're going to have to go through Pierce. They're going to have to go through even Burkhead as a sneaky play. He's a sneaky tournament dart throw for me. I don't think he's one of my mains. I'll have to check. We'll do that at the end of the video. But Nico Collins could get those looks. You know, he looked great in the preseason, the training camp. He looked great in that. He could be a sneaky play, and he's cheap. So we covered that pretty well. But keep in mind, Dameon Pierce is when you're like looking to put in some lineups, and you're like, man, I got all these guys, but who can I pick? Like I only can have X. He's 54. It's a great play. So just think about him. All right, New England, Miami. Okay. 46.5. It's not bad. Miami is at home. Start with Miami. Chase Edmonds is good. It's a good play. New England had a pretty bad problem stopping pass catching backs. So he's a good play. I don't know how much he is. Let me just double check. Top of my head. Chase Edmonds. He's 58. So that's not a bad play. You do want to take a look at his injury that he's going on with. He was limited today, Wednesday, in practice. So you want to just take a look, keep that in mind. He is a good play at his price at 58. There are people around him that I like as well, like a little bit more, but he is a good play. I'm not picking anybody else on that backfield. I really don't care. Tyreek Hill, obviously, he's a good play. Bill Belichick does shut down people's top targets, though, like top weapons. So that one a little bit scares me. I just don't think the Patriots in general, I don't think they have what it takes to stop Tyreek. at least right now. He's a good play. He's expensive, as he should be. Yeah, he's third. He's third on the list of 1 o'clocks here at 7,700. Still not a bad play. 7,700 is not that bad for a big name like that. They have some pretty weird pricing. We're going to get to that here in a little bit, where I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe this guy's this much. So we're going to get to that in a minute. And a couple of those people are my locks because of that price too. So where am I at? Tyreek Hill, sure. Jalen Waller, great, fine, if you want to. I have, he's at 68. He's at 6,800. Like I said, people around him I like better. You got T. Higgins at 7,000. That's 200 more. I like him more than Waddle. We'll get to that. Tua, a tournament play if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just not doing it. Tournament play if you want. I'm not saying he can't go off. He could throw 3 touchdowns, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It's just I'm not going to have him. Mac Jones not having him. Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. No, I'm sitting them. I'm just sitting both of them. I'm not doing any of that. Devontae Parker is an absolute sit. Miami is, Xavier Howard and Byron Jones are, they're dogs. I'm not playing any wide receiver on the New England Patriots. However, I am playing Hunter Henry, and I have him in a lot. I don't really know how he just kept getting into my lineups, but his price is one of the reasons. And his price being 5,400. And this is the thing we were talking about. Mark Andrews at 79. I'm saying? You have Kittle at 61. Those are great plays. I just think that if Hunter Henry, who had 9 touchdowns last season, I believe he can get one in this divisional game. I think that at 5,400, you're able to place one of those other big guys in there. And I have him in a lot. So he is a start for me, 100%. Yeah. So we're moving on from that. I think we got done with New England. Yeah, Parker, Waddle, Chase Edmonds. Like I said, I'm not playing anyone else besides Chase. Yep. All right. I think I skipped one. Jacksonville, Washington. Washington's at home, 44 over under. Carson Wentz is never, ever going to be on my FanDuel, probably for the whole season, just letting you know. And that should be for a lot of people. He's just, he's done. He's spent for me. He's not a fantasy player at all. Terry McLaurin is a sneaky play to me. However, he's 7,000. There's just other people out there that I think just outperform him this week. He could blow up against Jacksonville. I just don't see it yet. I want to see what Carson Wentz and Terry McLaurin, that kind of connection, what that does. So I'm staying away from. He's a sit for me this week. Antonio Gibson could be a good play. I have to see his price as well. It's hard to memorize all these prices, by the way. Everybody's so different. He's 68. There's people around him I'd much rather have. He will get the ball. That Ron Rivera just came out and said, well, we're giving Antonio Gibson the ball. Well, no shit. Brian Robinson just got shot. Glad he's okay, by the way. But other running back just got shot. Dude fumbled in preseason and was sent to the punt team. I'm not overly like excited to see what happens with this one. I'm staying away from him. I'm probably going to be staying away from him for probably the whole season. Just going to be honest. Jahan Dotson. That's a sneaky tournament play. You can try him out, see how he fits. Not 100% on how much he costs. He's got to be low. I'm actually going to type him in because I probably won't be able to find him. Let me just do this real quick. Dotson. He's 4,900. That's actually a pretty good play. That's actually not bad play for his price. For a tournament. Don't play him in your hundreds. But for tournament, that's definitely a good play at 49. And we're going to the Jacksonville side of things. Trevor Lawrence, sneaky play. That's a sneaky play for tournaments. Love Christian Kirk this week. He's 58. I think, dude, they gave him that fucking boatload of money for a reason. He's the number one guy there. He's gonna get targets. He could get 10 plus targets. You have to get those people that are gonna get those opportunities. And, you know, no offense to the Commanders or anything, don't have the best defense in the world. We thought they were gonna have it, and they came up way short on that. So I'm playing Kirk in a lot at 5,800. Travis Etienne, playing him. I believe he's 61. James Robinson is back, and he's like the same exact price as Etienne. I'm not playing James Robinson in anything. And I would say he's a tournament play, but he's the same exact price as Travis Etienne. I'd rather have Etienne PPR back than have a guy who just popped his Achilles 8 months ago, and now he's already back. No, not playing him. No one really else comes to mind. I don't like Logan Thomas, by the way. Not right now. I want to just taking that wait and see approach with him. That's basically all for the wide receivers, and that's basically all for those starts and sits for that matchup. But keep an eye on what Kirk, the target share he does, because we could probably see what that's going to be for the coming games. And I really do honestly believe he gets like 10 targets. So just keep an eye on that. Let's go New Orleans Saints and Atlanta. Atlanta is at home. This is 42.5. Saints defense is really good. I feel like that it would be over 42.5. That seems pretty low to me, especially a divisional game, but I could be wrong. Let's start with Atlanta. They're home. I don't like any wide receiver. I don't like any Drake London. No, I'm not playing him against. I don't like anyone really. I don't like Cordell Patterson. I'm not playing Marcus Mariota. I'm not playing Tyler Algier either. I want to see what that's all about. I don't like anybody. I mean, Kyle Pitts. You could play Kyle Pitts. He's probably going to get 7, 8 targets. Still, we're talking about the Saints defense. And I believe Kyle Pitts is 6,000. Yes, he is. To me, like I said, there's other people lower than him that I would like to play. So he's actually a sit this week for me. I'll be playing Kyle Pitts during the season, but he's nowhere near here. Now the Saints, I have Jameis Winston in tournaments. I have Michael Thomas in tournaments, and I want to really play the wait and see game with Michael Thomas, but I'm also I'm like, what if he just goes off? Especially since this is Atlanta. What a game to just start off coming back from basically 2 years of being gone. This is a great matchup for him. just to get his, feet wet, get back in line with shit. I'm playing him, but I'm not overly playing him, if that makes any sense. So I'm only playing him like 20%. Because if he goes off, I want to be on that side that goes, hell yeah, I played the guy. But then again, if I don't and he goes off, there's other people around his price that I'm excited for. Actually, let's take a look. I have it all written down, but I'm just using my computer. Let's see. How far down is he? Or am I past him? Oh, he's 6,200. So we just talked about Christian Kirk at 58. I'd much rather play Christian Kirk right now than play Michael Thomas. But I am going to have Michael Thomas, just that off chance that he just goes nuts. So, yeah, you can play him. Play him in tournaments, too. Kamara, obviously, he's gonna go nuts. I believe he's 85. He's 8,500. To me, that's cheap for him, especially against the Falcons. I have him in a lot. And we're going to get to, like I said, we're getting to my locks later. He's going to go off here. He's going to get a lot of catches out of the backfield. He's going to, he's going to get those rushing yards. He's going to get in the end zone. I do definitely believe he could get in twice. 100% playing him. Chris Olave, good play for tournament. Really good play for a tournament. And they actually have one on FanDuel right now. If you guys don't know, they have a $1 million to first tournament, but they have a bonus. So it's $100,000 to the person who rosters the guy with the longest rushing touchdown or the longest receiving touchdown. Chris Olave could be that guy. So just keep that in mind. I do have him in tournaments. I have him in that tournament. He's one of my guys in that tournament. I also like MVS, Valdez Scantling, just for that in particular stat. We'll get to that later. I think play the Saints defense too. If you can. They're expensive, but if you get a chance to play Saints defense, they might score. I think Atlanta gets blown out of the water at this one. I know Jameis Winston there, but he looked actually not bad in preseason. No, he's not the next Peyton Manning, but he could beat the Atlanta Falcons. All right, tight ends there on the. I don't really. How much is he? Pause, by the way. No. Yeah, that's about all I'm playing for them. Don't think I mentioned anybody else. Yeah, like I said, sitting Patterson, sitting pretty much every Atlanta. Or pretty much, or maybe all of them. Okay. Philly, Detroit. Detroit is home. Over-under is 48.5. This is a good over-under. This could go over. I actually think Detroit has a chance in this one. And that's saying something. I know Philly looks good too. But, man. Let's start with Philly here. Jalen Hurts, great play. Just play Jalen Hurts. I think the Detroit Lions were ranked like 25th against the pass last season. Jeff Okudah ain't getting it done. A.J. Brown, play him if you want. Devonta Smith, tournament play. I'm staying away from the backfield of this one, though. Gainwell might, depending on what Miles, if Miles Sanders doesn't play, I think he has some type of injury right now. If Miles Sanders does not play, Gainwell is going to be a huge pickup. I'm actually going to read this off to you guys right now. Oh, okay. So Miles Sanders fully practiced on Wednesday, so he's playing. I'm staying away from him. I'm not playing Miles Sanders. I don't know what the hell the Eagles are doing. Seems like Miles Sanders, yards per carry, he kind of gets it done. But, dude, they just don't utilize him. I'm not touching him at all. So I'm staying away from him. I'm not playing Gainwell now since Miles Sanders is coming in. Goddard, fine, sure. How much is he? Forgot. Sorry, guys. This is hard. They change week by week, so I'm going to be doing this a lot. Just got to fucking deal with it. Oh, I'm in the wrong shit. Oh. He's 57. It's not terrible. It's not terrible for a tight end. Yeah, you can play him. It's not bad. So, Detroit. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky with the wide receivers here. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sitting this week. But that could bite me in the ass. I'm going to tell you why. Darius Slay only gave up, I believe, 3 touchdowns last year. And like 50 catches. If Darius Slay is stuck on Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's probably going to shut him down. However, St. Brown plays in the slot too. Plays a lot in the slot. And I don't see Slay moving from outside to the slot very often. So St. Brown could post big numbers, could post pretty good numbers here. For me, I'm just not taking that chance because there's other people around St. Brown's price where I would take. I'm going to sit him this week. He's definitely going to be a play for me in the future. That Slay, dude, he's good. He got better. And he's playing his former team. You know he's not letting shit go down. Yeah, I'm not playing St. Brown, but I'm gonna tell you who I am definitely playing is DeAndre Swift. He's 7,600. I have no idea why his price is that low. He is healthy. If Detroit has a chance of winning this game, it's going to be funneled through DeAndre Swift. He's going to get his catches. He might catch 8 balls. Like, seriously. He may get 10 targets, 8 catches. That may happen. I mean, that's pretty bold, but 6 catches? That doesn't seem outwardly. He could go 100 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown. And if God forbid he gets a goal line touchdown, I know Jamal Williams is there. I'm not really worried about him. He is a very good play this week, especially his price. To me, that's insane. Jared Goff, I'm staying away from. Not playing Shark. I don't care. Not even in tournaments. I don't care. Because that's the thing. If Slay doesn't follow St. Brown, then Slay's on Shark. So he ain't gonna do anything. Obviously Jameis Williams is not playing. He's on IR, I believe, or PUP. He's coming back in 4 games. So we think. I believe that is it. Oh, TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, play him. You can play him. He's the same price. He's the same price as Goddard. Go ahead. That's fine with me. I don't see any problem with that. Actually, they were pretty good against the pass. But yeah, no, he could see those targets with Slay on the wide receivers. Okay. Now we get to the fun one. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. That's right. The boys are at home. Cincy is at home with a 44. I would smash that over. I don't know if you guys, bet on the over-unders. I don't, but that would be my bet if I could. 44. Well, actually, if it's 21-10, I don't know. Don't take my word on that one. Anyway, Cincinnati. I am actually going to be sitting Ja'Marr Chase this week. He doesn't play that well against him. He didn't. Well, at least last year he didn't. It has all been really Higgins in the one game that he did play against. He got 100+ yards and a touchdown against them. And this has been Joe Mixon all day. The 2 games that Joe Mixon played against him, if I'm not mistaken, he went for a 90 in one game and then 162 and 2 touchdowns the next game. So he's averaging 127 yards rushing and over 5 yards a carry each game against the Steelers. This is gonna be Joe Mixon all day. Play him. Higgins, great play. Yeah, I'm gonna sit Ja'Marr Chase. And that's crazy, especially I'm a Bengals fan. I just think that they go after Chase. They let the other guys beat him, and then that's what's gonna eventually. That's what happened last year. And good luck, Steelers. So yeah, and Hayden Hurst, I'm staying away from him, not playing him. Joe Burrow, I'm sitting. I'm actually sitting. He plays field general against these types of teams, and he doesn't go for big stats. He wins the game, and this one is going to be the same way. Higgins is going to be the guy. Mixon's going to be the guy. I think you see the same thing. Ja'Marr Chase could just break one. I mean, he's got the ability to. It's really viewer's choice on Ja'Marr Chase, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to stay away from him because I like the other options. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the offense of that. Pittsburgh, I'm not playing Johnson. I don't like his shoulder injury. I don't like it. Definitely not playing Mitch. I got Pickens as a dart throw. I got Pickens as a dart throw tournament play. I think that's really good. Najee, you can play Najee. How much is he? Is he cheap? Oh, he's right here. Sorry, 8,200. It's just then you play. It's 100 more for Mixon. Viewer's choice. Whatever you think. I know that we struggled a bit last season. We were very up and down with the run game, but when we were up, we shut down. Literally, we just shut everybody down. So it's gonna be hard. It's literally viewer's choice. Whatever you want to do with that, I don't care. I wouldn't blame you. I'm not personally playing Najee. I will play him in the future. That's definitely for sure. There's just so many, 300 more. I know that seems like a lot, but 300 more for Kamara. 100 more for Mixon. DeAndre Swift, who I'm, smashing that button. Pick me. DeAndre Swift is 7,600. I just can't see myself doing that. You can play Freiermuth. That's actually a good play. And I think he's actually cheap. Pat Freiermuth is a good play. He is, 5,300. He is a good play. He actually smoked us, I think, last year. I'm going to go to the game log real quick. I have all this written down. I'm trying not to use my notes. I'm trying not to look things up, but whatever. It's my first try, so fuck off. He got a touchdown, 5 targets, 3 catches, 22 yards, and a touchdown the first game. And then he got touchdowns on both games. 4 for 40. I'd say he's a good play. I'd say he's not a bad play. especially his price, 5,300. I think you can definitely play him. All right. I'm not touching either defense, by the way. I might touch Cincy, but I think they're actually too much for me. Yeah, they're 4,400. I don't really like. I stream tight ends and I stream defenses. I just don't. I can just see a basic game going here. Well, they may end up with like 8 points. Yeah, that's viewer choice. Viewer choice. Let you guys do it. All right, Chicago, San Francisco. Okay, San Francisco. Eli Mitchell is not a bad start. Let me just check on his injury. See if he practiced today. I do want to see. He's 6,700. It's not a terrible start. Bears were ranked 23rd as well against the rush, by the way. There's no update. So just keep. He returned. It said Sunday. He returned to practice. I don't know. It didn't say on my thing if he was limited or full. Just keep an eye on that. 6,700 is not a bad play for Eli Mitchell. I like that. He is not going to be in a lot of mine. I am going to have him in a few. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, there's some good people around him that I would take. David Montgomery at 66. I'm sitting him. I want to see what this whole Chicago offense is doing before I just start, putting them in. Like, I would take Eli Mitchell, who's 100 more, than just throw in David Montgomery for, like, just rolling the dice. I don't like it. San Fran's not bad against the run either. If I'm not mistaken. I might just look like a fucking idiot. But let's see. No, they're not. They're 10th. They ranked 10th last year. That's not bad. So I don't like that. I'm not playing Fields. I'm playing Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is actually a sneaky play for me. And I do like him in tournaments as well. Do like him in tournaments, and I do like him in the hundreds. He's 5,000. Cole Kmet is going to get some targets. He's going to get some targets. Darnell Mooney, viewer's choice on that. I'm leaning towards the sit on that one. I don't really like him against San Fran. I think San Fran just actually pretty much smokes Chicago. And by the way, the over-under is 41. I don't know if I said that. It's a low game. Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Kittle, start him if you want. Like I said, remember the tight end thing. Kittle's 61. So it's not terrible. But start all those guys. Yeah, moving on. That was the 1 o'clocks. Going to the 4 o'clocks. Okay. 4 o'clock slate. All right. Green Bay, Minnesota. Over-under is 48. That's going over. I would think that would go over. There's a lot of plays here, guys. Minnesota, you can play Kirk Cousins. I think it's a great sneaky play. He's low for quarterbacks at least. He's 73. He's 7,300. He's actually the lowest one I would pick in the 4 o'clock slate. He's actually that's just really good. You play Justin Jefferson. He's 8,100. Guys, he's never, I don't think for the rest of this season, I don't think Justin Jefferson is going to be that low ever again. 8,100, you play him in everything. Everything you got, you play that. Just play that man. Okay? Dalvin Cook, play him. Okay? He always seems to do good in divisional games. This Kevin O'Connell guy has been the talk of the town. He, coming from the Rams, this guy could be opening this offense extremely. I actually regret, like in my redraft league, I drafted Derrick Henry over Dalvin Cook, and now I'm actually regretting that decision. So I really think, and Derrick Henry's going to go off, but you know, Dalvin Cook catches passes as well. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook is a play against Green Bay. I'm looking at it right now. 86 yards, a touchdown, 4 targets, 3 catches, 29 yards, 21 points. You know what I mean? That's just one game. The other game, I believe he was hurt. Or he barely played. It was one along those lines. Because he only had 2.8. Anyway, you just play Dalvin Cook. I mean, absolutely. Thielen, play him. I think he's 6,100. That's great value right there. Irv Smith, check his injury. Keep that, keep an eye on that. But I think he's a great play too. Pretty much play everybody in Minnesota. Green Bay though, you got Allen Lazard with an undisclosed injury. I don't have the update on that yet. You have Christian Watson, who they're not committed to saying that he's going to start. Romeo Doubs is the sneakiest play that I have at 5,000. As a wide receiver at 5,000, I believe Doubs has to play this game. You have to put your playmakers in there. He was killing it in preseason. He looked great. Even the moves he was making, I know it's preseason, but he looked great. And you got Allen Lazard banged up. Christian Watson still banged up. Christian Watson didn't even practice, I don't think, all training camp. Romeo Doubs they have to play him. I'm smashing the button on Romeo Doubs on like almost every tournament. Like maybe not every, like probably 60% at least. They got to play the guy. Aaron Jones, play him. I believe he's 7,300. However, better play for me, what I think, is A.J. Dillon at 61. That opens up a lot. You can get those big boys in there, and you got a guy who I think smoked them. Like, I think smoked the Vikings last season. Let me look real quick. But I'm not 100%. I did all this research, and then now I'm just like drawing a freaking blank. It pisses me off. Well, the Vikings 26 against the rush and 30th against the pass last year. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Yeah, he smoked them. 21 points, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches, 20 yards. That's one game. And then 53 yards, no touchdowns, but 6 catches, 44 yards. So A.J. Dillon's been using catching the ball too. You play A.J. Dillon at 61. I have him in a lot. I have him in tournament, and I have him in, the 1-to-100s, wherever you want to do, the 100-player or the 5-player, 20-player, whatever. I'll make a whole video on what I do, what seems to maximize winnings, and tell you what I don't do, and then explain why. Well, that's for another video. Where we left off. Oh, Tanyan. Keep an eye out for him with his injury. I think that's a good play. Aaron Rodgers, I'm staying away from. I want to see what he does without Adams. I think he's going to do just fine, but there's other people I'd rather play. So we're just going to keep that. I think we just nailed pretty much everything on that one. Moving on. Kansas City, Arizona, the highest over-under as of right now at 53.5. I'm attacking this game like crazy. We'll start with Arizona. They're home. Kyler Murray. Play him. Price is fine, too. The only one that I'm like hesitant about is James Conner. If this game gets out of hand, let's say Chiefs, go off for a bit. He's not a pass catching back. They're going to bring Eno Benjamin in. He could be a sneaky play. I don't know how much he is. I have to look that up. He could be a sneaky dart throw play for tournaments. I'm actually sitting James Conner this week. He could go off, but he's too expensive for me. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 7,700, and yeah, he is 70. He's 7,700. Like we were just talking about, Aaron Jones, good play, right? Aaron Jones 7,400. AJ Dillon 61. I'm staying away from Connor. Everyone is just on Connor this year, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see him replicating. What do you have? 18 touchdowns last season? Definitely don't see that happening. He's definitely the early down back for sure. I don't know. I'm just down on him. I don't know why. Marquise Brown, 6,900. Play him. He's probably my start of the week. Especially adding in his value at 6,900. It's insane. He could go 152. It could happen. That's pretty bold, but Casey's defense sucks. Their corners, they don't even know who's starting. That's terrible. I have him down legitimately. No, like if he doesn't do this, I may never trust him for the rest of the year if he can't do it now. I have him for minimally 100 yards and a touchdown, minimally on like 6 catches. If you don't get that, I won't trust him ever again. Zach Ertz, fine play. Go ahead. Rondale Moore, watch his injury. I think he practiced, not 100%. Let me look that up real quick. I'm pretty sure he practiced. I really hope he did. Oh, okay. This is even better. Moore, undisclosed injury was not even listed on the injury report. He's full go. He's very sneaky play. I have him in a lot of tournaments. Play him in tournaments. I like this guy. He could do something serious. I'm not worried about AJ Green. I'm not playing him. Not really worried about AJ Green. I mean, go Bengals, but he's gone. He's been gone for a while. Feel like I did everything. Kyler Murray, play. James Conner for me is a sit. Marquise Brown, if you don't put him in your lineup, you're crazy. Zach Ertz, fine play. Rondale Moore, play him in tournaments. Big time. Kansas City, 8,700. Pat Mahomes, fine. It's actually not bad. That could be probably the lowest you could probably see him too, is at 8,700. You play Juju. He's cheap for me, if I'm not mistaken. Could be very wrong. And I just came out that his knee he relayed Wednesday that his knee is fully healed ahead of week 1 action. It's always good news. How much are you? He's 63. That's not a bad play. And by the way, you can do like Thursday through Monday. I don't recommend doing that. But you can do just 1 o'clock games, just 4 o'clock games, or you can just do the whole main slate. So he's actually a really good 4 o'clock play. I like him at 16. I like him just in general. Travis Kelce, you can play him, but he's 8,000. You play tight end. You play that big of a guy. It's hard to grab the other guys. Will he go off? Probably. I mean, it's the highest over under. Arizona's not that great at stopping the pass either. It's Travis Kelce's matchup proof. Yeah, I mean, you can play him, but just keep in mind that it's going to be hard for you to set your lineup totally with that, because he just costs too much. Just 8,000 is a lot for me for a tight end. I just can't do it. Sky Moore, Marcus Valdez-Scantling. Remember, we're going to come back to that tournament that I'm talking about that's out right now, where you get the $100,000 goes to the person who rosters the guy with the longest rushing touchdown or the longest receiving touchdown. I don't know if it's both, if you have to have both, or if it's just one or the other. I'm not sure. You can go and just read it on FanDuel. But those would be those guys to play in that. Yeah, I'm staying away from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Not playing him. That's it. That's it for KC and Arizona, I believe. Raiders, Chargers. Talking about the highest over-under at 53.5. They're at 52, right behind them. And this could be the highest scoring game in the week. And it wouldn't surprise me at the slightest. Chargers at home. Start with them. Justin Herbert. You play him if you want. Mike Williams. Play him. Keenan Allen, you can play him too. Mike Williams, 6,600. I have no idea why he's that low. It's that one is kind of weird. You play him 100%. Eckler, play the man. It's always nice playing a player who loves fantasy football, who actually right now, I just watched a video where he's paired up with somebody and he has an Austin Eckler belt. And if you have Eckler on your team and you win the championship with him on your team, you basically win the belt or some other stuff too. I mean, the guy's awesome, right? Play Eckler, 100%. It's a high-scoring game. He's going to get his rushes. He's going to get his catches. He's going to go off. He's expensive. He's like 94. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 94, 95. I'm around there. Let me just double check. But he's 94. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't really... Gerald Everett, I guess a dart throw? How much is he? He's 52. You could play him. Yeah, you could play him. I probably play him in tournaments. So, yeah, we pretty much got all that done. Another sneaky play for that one, by the way. Joshua Palmer. Don't know how much he's going to see, but he's cheap. He's like 49, I believe. He could be a sneaky little tournament play as well. Moving on. Giants, Tennessee. Tennessee is at home. 43.5. Sounds about right. Let's start with Tennessee. Is at home. Play Derrick Henry. It's 97. He's 9,700. You know, you don't play Jonathan Taylor at 10-2. You know, you can save 500 and play Derrick Henry. I think that would be a completely and utterly fine thing. He's one of my locks. It's Derrick Henry, guys. This is the Giants defense. They don't even have their first round pick, I don't believe, to play this week one. Even if he was in, I don't give a shit. It's Derrick Henry. It's King Henry. Treylon Burks, Robert Woods. I'm taking a wait-and-see approach here. I know it's a good matchup. You may be able to play... I had Burks in at first. And I just started liking other people. So you could play him in tournaments. I don't really like Robert Woods. I'm going to see how he comes back from that injury. I want to see how he does as being the one. I don't really see Robert Woods as the one type of guy. I know he's done it before. He's never really shocked and awed me. Tannehill, I'm not starting him. Nowhere near starting him. Austin Hooper, tight end. Play him. I actually like him in this one, and I think he's cheap as well. Austin Hooper's 4,900. That's a sneaky play. Play him. Go ahead. He's another guy you can play. Giants. I'm going to switch over to that real quick. We're done with Tennessee. Saquon is the only play. Saquon is 6,800. I think this is one of the other players. There's that 3 players that they're pretty much never going to see them come back. If Saquon comes back, and it comes back big, he's never going to be 6,800 again. So take him while you can at 6,800. I'm not playing Danny Dimes. Not ever playing him. Kadarius Toney, I'm taking a wait and see approach. That's pretty much all I'm playing. I'm not playing Wandale. Yeah, Saquon is pretty much the only thing I'm going to go for out of that. Okay, so those were the matchups. And guys, listen, I'm not a fucking psychic, all right? If I hit, I hit. If I miss, I miss. Okay, I'm only human. These fucking idiots on ESPN, I've seen them say some really stupid shit, okay? And they're on TV. You know what I mean? I'm just here trying to help, trying to tell you who's value, who's a good pick, who's a sneaky play, blah, 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 blah. With that being said, going to my locks of the week, running backs, it's Derrick Henry. Obviously, just play the dog. It's King Henry. He's playing the Giants. He's going to run him over, right? DeAndre Swift, 7,600 is insane to me. We talked about that earlier. You got to play him. He is a lock for me this week. I think he goes off. I mean, he can get 100 yards from scrimmage and that touchdown and, get those catches out of the backfield. Eckler, just play him. The same thing. Just play him. I'm going to have to get a t-shirt that says just play him. Locks, just play him. Kamara and then Dalvin Cook. Okay? So you got Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, Eckler, Kamara, Dalvin Cook. Those are my locks. I want those guys as much as I can in my lineups. I want like an 80% ownership on all those guys. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson at 8,100. He will never ever be 8,100 again. Ever. I will keep saying that. I can't believe he's 8,100. Play the man. Marquise Brown, 6,900 for a lock. Play the man. Oh, I did miss somebody in the Raiders. I didn't even go over the Raiders, did I? Oh, well. We'll go back over that in a second. Devontae Adams is another one. Play him. Play him. Mike Williams, 6,600. Those are my locks. So I gave you 5 locks for running back and 4 for wide receiver. Okay? My dart throws, one of my running backs, Dameon Pierce at 5,400 and Rex Burkhead at 5,100. These are your tournament plays. Okay, you don't really want to play these guys a lot. You could probably play Dameon Pierce in like a 1 to 100. I'd probably have him in a few. He saves you some money. You can play the big guys. You can play those locks I was just talking about. Burkhead I probably wouldn't do. I'd only play him in tournaments. And then I have the only other one, so that's 2, and I have Michael Carter at 5,200. it's a full-blown committee. I know they're playing the Ravens, but I mean, the guy, he could get those catches. You know, it's a dart throw, right? Throwing darts out here. It's Michael Carter. Okay. Wide receivers. I got a few. I have 6 dart throws. I have Elijah Moore, Christian Kirk, Jarvis Landry. I didn't go over that. Romeo Doubs, Garrett Wilson, and George Pickens. Elijah Moore's at 6,000. Kirk is at 58. Jarvis Landry is at 57. Romeo Doubs at 5,000. Garrett Wilson 53. George Pickens 5,200. Keep an eye on the DJ Moore, or I'm sorry, oh my God, Deontay Johnson. I wrote down DJ. I just immediately went to DJ Moore. Anyway, keep an eye on Deontay Johnson injury. If he's out, George Pickens is in. 5,200. That's a steal. I would play him in my hundreds. Dobbs, like I said, someone's got to start. Someone's got to play. Got 2 of your main guys are banged up. You don't even know if the chemistry with Aaron Rodgers is really going to lift off with the new wide receiver 1. Alan Lazard hasn't been his wide receiver 1 yet. We don't know how that's going to affect without having Adams there. Can he be that guy? My money's on Dobbs. So that at 5,000, I'm throwing darts in there. I'm taking him in tournaments. Jarvis Landry, same thing against Atlanta. He's a dart throw, 5,700. You already know about my Christian Kirk and Elijah Moore. Same thing goes with Garrett Wilson with Elijah Moore there. They're going to be down. They're going to pass the ball. Those are some sneaky plays there. Okay. I'll go back over the Raiders as well. I'm sitting Josh Jacobs. I'm totally sorry, guys, that I just skipped right over that. I skipped a couple apparently. Yeah, I'm sitting Josh Jacobs. I don't know what they're doing with him. They played the guy in week 1 of preseason. And he played like a couple series, like half of first quarter or something like that. Why? I mean, it's your starting running back. They don't like him. So I don't like him. I'm not going to like him if they don't like him. I'm not going to play him. He could go off, but I'm not taking the chance. Devontae Adams, like I said, he's one of my locks. Play him. J.C. Jackson is out. Okay? It's going to be the same Chargers last year who just given up so many points. Adams is a play. 8,500. It's not bad. He's the number 1 guy at 8,500 in the wide receivers. Take it. Take him. I have him paired with Justin Jefferson because they're just 85 and 81, and I threw in some of these other value picks. I'm looking set. I even got DeAndre Swift at 7,600 in there too. Darren Waller, I don't like that he's injured, but apparently he's not. Because he was, I guess it was I read some stupid article that says maybe he wasn't really hurt. He was just holding out for the contract. So I don't know. You could play him. Let me see how much he is real quick. Let me see. He's 7,000. That's too much for me. For a guy, and he's saying he's planning to play week 1 with a hamstring. I don't play really anybody with hamstring injuries until I fully see what's going on with them. So yeah, I'm staying away from Darren Waller. He's 7,000. He's too much for a guy with a hamstring injury with way too many weapons around him. Adams, Hunter Renfrow, we're just about to get into. Hunter Renfrow is probably going to be that guy that, the early check down type guy for Derek Carr again. You can go ahead and play him. What is his price? I believe I looked at him a pretty good amount. think his price is like 56. 59. It's 59? Yeah. It's 5,900. It's not bad for this, especially for this game, where I think it could be the highest scoring game out of the whole lot. I mean, KC and Arizona is, you know, 1.5 ahead of them, but I mean, anything can happen any given Sunday, right? So I appreciate you guys listening. I will be doing this every week. Please let me know if you like this. Send a like, subscribe, comment down what I need to do. What do you think I could maybe fix on? Also comment and tell me what you think. Like, just if I did a good job or if anything like that. Comment also down what I missed. What do you guys think is a sneaky play, and what's the price? And let me hear from you guys as well. And also, if you do that and that person goes off, I'll mention you in the next video. I have no problem doing that. I'll give you that big shout out for a good pick. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. You know, stay. Blah, 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 blah. That was terrible. Stay smarter, my friends.